The fact that it is taking me to the end of June to film this is insane. Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Morgan and today I'm doing a May 2024 reading wrap up. Why does this lighting look so weird right now? But yeah, it's literally June 18th and I'm finally filming this. I don't know why it's just taking me so long. I've been busy and I just keep forgetting to film this, so here we are. We're gonna be talking about the 8 books that I read in May. May had a ton of 5 stars for me, so these are some good books. First book I read in May 2024 was Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. This book was not one of the 5 stars. This was a 3-star book. It wasn't bad, but there were like really unrealistic and like weird things. So it's basically about this girl named grwms. I don't even know if that's how you say it. And she's lived in a trailer for like most of her life and has had to work super hard for everything she has because she doesn't really have the best parent guidance or whatever. After an unexpected death, she's forced to go stay with her father, who she really doesn't even know anything about. And he lives in Texas, so she goes to Texas and she plans to just keep low for the summer. She already has like a path like for college, like she's gonna go to college. She just needs to go somewhere for the summer. She stays with her dad till that August. And she's planning to just kind of lay low, not really talk to anyone, not really try to make any friends. But then her neighbor she meets ends up being this guy who entices her and like she gets to know him. And they're both drawn to each other, but they agree to just keep it a summer thing. And yeah, I didn't love the main character. I actually did not like her really at all. And she was like so like clueless sometimes. I feel like there was, I can't spoil anything, this is spoiler free, but there were just so many things she could have like done differently. I feel like that I don't know. And the plot was like all over the place. Like it was so weird. Like everything happening was so odd. And just like, I was like kind of a little bit like, what is going on, you know? But it wasn't my favorite. It had some cute moments, don't get me wrong, but it was not my favorite. All right, this next book I read also was not a 5-star, but it was a 3-star as well, called Same Time Next Summer. It's by Annabelle Monaghan. It was cute. It was definitely cute. It was like a higher 3 though, definitely than the other one. Not quite a 4 just because the girl, like the main character, Sam, she just like really made me angry. So it's basically about Sam and she goes back to her family's beach house on Long Island to tour a wedding venue with her fiance Jack. Jack is a very like strict, orderly person and likes things to be very simple and neat. So when Jack and Sam arrive at the beach house, Sam finds out that Wyatt, who is the boy that broke her heart when she was 17, is also there because he like lives next door, or like I don't know if it's a beach house also, I don't know. He just is next door. And I'm sure you can imagine where that goes and things, there's lots of drama, whatever. But oh my gosh, Sam just like made me angry. I loved Wyatt so much. He was amazing. But Sam, like, she was just lying to herself, like, the whole book. Like, she just did not come to any realizations, I feel like, that she should have, like, that were, like, so obvious to me. Like, I feel like it was like, girl, like, ugh, I don't know. Some things just seemed unrealistic, but it was a good book. It was fine. Like, I would recommend it. It wasn't horrible, but not my favorite. Next one, this one's a 5-star. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Oh my gosh, I loved this book so much. It was like funny, thrilling, adorable, super emotional, all together, like so good. There were so many plot twists and like unexpected things, like especially for a romance. Like I would have never expected the amount of like plot twists and like thrillery type stuff. Like it was like so good. So it's about this girl named Hannah Brooks and she's a bodyguard and she becomes hired for this famous actor, Jack Stapleton, while he's in Texas with his family. She's hired to protect him because he's been receiving death threats, and so Hannah actually still live in the house with him. Usually they don't have to do that, but she has to live in the house because it's so serious. So Jack and Hannah have to pretend to be dating in front of Jack's family because Jack doesn't want his family to know like that he's like receiving these death threats and everything. So he doesn't want them to worry. So yeah, I don't know, it was so cute. And Hannah, I loved her character growth. I loved Jack, oh my gosh, literally love him so much. And the plot itself was like so good. Like it was like a good plot and good romance. Like overall, just such a well-rounded book and I loved it. Next book I read was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and this was a 4-star book. It was really, really good. It's about this girl named Clementine who is like an overworked book publicist, and she lives in her aunt's magic apartment. Well, not quotations, it actually is like magic. One day she wakes up in this magic apartment and she's greeted by a strange man sitting in her kitchen, and she finds out this man's actually living 7 years in the past. And yeah, it's like this apartment basically can like time travel, basically. Sometimes she'll wake up and she'll be in present day, sometimes she'll be 7 years in the past, and she meets this man. And oh my gosh, this book was just so like inspiring. Like there's so many good like motivating messages and like cute things. I don't know, like it was just a good journey of Clementine's self-discovery and like changing for the better, and like it was just really good. Next book I read was Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book to Six of Crows, and this one I gave a 5-star. Six of Crows I gave 4-star, but this one, I don't know why I liked it like better. Like I loved it like so much. The characters, like I'm not gonna talk about this book itself, I'll just talk about the Six of Crows like series. Like I just love the characters so much, and it's like so hard. I feel like for like a book with 6 different characters, like main characters, like it's hard to like love them all, but I actually do, except one of them. I don't like Kaz. I know, I don't like him. But this one, oh my gosh, there was such a heartbreaking moment. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, it was so good. Next book I read was The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks, and this was by E. Lockhart, which she wrote We Were Liars, which I really loved. And I gave this book a 5 stars. I really, really loved it. I don't know, like something about it was just so like exciting, and I like kept wanting to go back and read it. It was very like empowering also, especially for like young girls and women. And so basically it's about this girl, Frankie Landau Banks, and at age 14 she's called Bunny Rabbit, and she's seen as a geeky girl who attends this competitive boarding school. At age 15 she's described as having a knockout figure and gets a senior boyfriend, Matthew Livingston. At age 16 she no longer takes no for an answer and starts to realize how powerful she is, and she wants in on her boyfriend's all-male secret society at their like school, and she wants him to stop lying to her. I just loved Frankie so much, and she's just like very determined, and like she never gave up on what she wanted and like never let anyone else tell her what to do. I just love that, and it was just a very empowering book. I highly recommend. Next book was That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. This was another 5-star book. Oh my gosh, one of the best thrillers I've ever read, like mystery thrillers. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. It's about this teen, and she wakes up on the side of the road without her memory. She can't even remember her name, so a police officer sees her, takes her to the police station, and then this like man stops by the police station and claims that it's his daughter and that she was missing, and even shows like proof of like pictures of her with him and all this stuff. And the dad tells her that her name is Mary, so she goes on as Mary. And then at the same time, it's like a dual POV book. There's this boy named Drew who had just had his girlfriend Lola go missing, and everyone is convinced that Drew murdered her, and Drew's like very determined to find her. This book was just like so good. Like I could not put it down. I was just non-stop reading it. I literally read it in less than 24 hours. It was so good, and I loved the characters a lot, so highly recommend. Okay, last book I read in May was Love Interest by Claire Gilmore. Also, I'm looking down because I'm looking at my iPad. I like wrote notes about each book because I'm so bad at remembering things, especially because it's been like a month since I've read these. But yeah, this book was so adorable. I gave it a 4 stars, and I just love the characters so much, and they had really great chemistry in my opinion. It's basically about this girl, Casey. She works in finance, and she's always been very number oriented or like interested in numbers and how they work. And at 24 she applies for a new job opportunity at her work at LC Publications, and she thinks this job may change like her whole life for the better. However, the chairman's son, Alex Harrison, ends up getting the job over her, and everyone loves him except Casey because she's mad that he got the job and she thinks he only got it because he was the chairman's son and stuff. But yeah, I really loved Casey's character and Alex's character. I love them both, and it was kind of like enemies to lovers, but not really like enemies. Like they're not like enemies. More so like Casey doesn't like him, but I really enjoyed it and I would highly recommend. So yeah, those are all the books that I read in May 2024, and this was a very quick wrap up. I just like feel like sometimes I like go off track and say too much and like I'm all over the place, so I tried to like write down little notes this time actually, so hopefully this was a little more organized. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts.